Okay, that's not good. What in the world? Why is the bitrate so low? Oh my goodness. How does it look? Is it crappy? Oh no, I'm just checking the stream here. It looks really bad. Wow. Whew, that's horrible. Why is it so garbage? Testing. Okay, so 4K looks okay. Again, I don't know why the bitrate is so low. What the heck is going on? Anyway, let me check on the phone here. Make sure we're good. Where's my channel? El Primo SpongeBob? Yeah, it says it's only 2600 kilobits per second. That's insane. Maybe because it's AV1? I don't know. Yeah, it says it's only 2600 kilobits per second. That's insane. So right now it's at 1440. Let's see what it looks like at 1080. Is it really that bad? I mean, it looks okay, I think. Alright, so I guess it's alright. I don't know. It looks. Oh, what? Now it's saying it's lower than recommended. Come on, now don't do that to me. Anyway, I'm just gonna go with it. I don't care. I don't know. I'm tired of playing around with YouTube. It shouldn't be 2600 kilobits per second. I don't know what is happening here, but it doesn't make any sense at all. Um, I have no idea why it's doing that. Like, um, I can't really go much lower, otherwise it's gonna be like too much. Then it's gonna tell me it's crappy. I don't know. Let's see how it works out. If it starts like flubbing out on me, then you know, I'll just deal with it then, right? So okay, so PS5 released. So I don't know if I should read it real quick, but it says here that we've developed PS5 Pro with deeply engaged players and game creators in mind. As many may have asked for a console that runs even higher fidelity graphics with smoother frame rates of 60 frames per second, which is what they promised originally, right? We achieved this on PS5 Pro with several key performance features. An upgraded GPU, I'm reading over here by the way, that way, you know, to my whatever. You see it. That, why does it there that way? Um, so it has an upgraded GPU, 67 more compute units, which nobody knows what that really means, and 28% faster memory, which is good. Overall, this enables up to 45% faster rendering for gameplay, making the experience much smoother. Okay, so fine. Has an upgraded GPU. Advanced ray tracing. We've added even more powerful ray tracing, so cool. Ray tracing. I like ray tracing. But it ain't going to be near NVIDIA. It ain't going to be nowhere near NVIDIA. So this is like comparing it to AMD, right? It's better than their old stuff. And AI driven upscaling, so they have an upscaler PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which is PSSR. So that's kind of like their version of FSR, DLSS, XeSS, etc., etc. All right, so it's going to be a faster console. That's all we really need to say, right? We don't really need to read much. All right, but the price point is the thing that I want to try to tackle today, right? Is this really worth it? So, I'll make it a little bigger. That's really big. So, right here it says it's going to release at a manufacturer's price of 700 US, 700 euro or pounds in English. That's England, I guess, and 800 euros. Okay, sorry about you guys in the European Union. You always get screwed. But anyway, so this doesn't have a hard. It does not have a disk drive though. Okay, no disk drive. Um, so I'm gonna take that in consideration when I make my PC version. So I'm gonna add money. So we're gonna add another $100 to the price. Okay. So we're gonna say, you go out and you buy your PlayStation Pro. You want the disk drive, right? So after you do all that stuff, because you're not going to be happy with no disk drive, um, because you want to play all your old games too, right? So we're going to say 800 bucks, okay? I don't know what else you can buy for PS5 Pro, because I only have a PS3 still, so I don't really know what accessories people like to buy. Maybe another controller, but we're not going to go through all that because that's extra. All right, so I'm going to build a PC now. We're going to have an $800 budget, and I'm going to use Micro Center right here in the center here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it's kind of hard to see the mouse here. I'll make it a little bigger so you can see a little bit better. I don't know if it's going to help, but right here, this is where I am, okay? So, now Micro Center, I'm using Micro Center because they have very good deals. They're comparable to what prices you can find online, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to try to get through this quick, so please bear with me. Um, but Micro Center has some bundles, right? So I don't know what so the PS5 Pro, um, I don't know. Digital Foundry says I think the processor in there was equivalent to a what 3800 Ryzen CPU or something. Let me see what the Ryzen 3000 series. Let's see what chips we have here. Here we go. Ryzen 3000. So we have, I don't think it was a 3600, was it? No, because it's an 8 core, I think, right? So let's go with 8 cores here. 8 cores. I believe it's 8 cores. Um, no. No, no, no. Where's the 3000? I want 3000. Oh, they probably won't have any more in stock. Crap. Okay, let's just go with no, I don't want Amazon. AMD. Here we why doesn't AMD have it listed? Come on, AMD. I don't want to see it from Amazon. Here, let's look up 3000. Ryzen 300. I don't care about that. That's the new stuff. Products. Processors. Come on. Ryzen. Let's do the old stuff. Come on, give me a list. I don't care about all this marketing crap. I don't know, what was it? The Ryzen 3800? Did they have a 3800X? Right here. Okay, so Ryzen 3800X, I guess. They said it's an 8 core, so it can't be a 3600 because that's a 6 core. So let's just say it's equivalent to a 3800X, okay? I'm just going to kind of be like, okay, great. They have a better GPU, better memory with a 3800X, okay? So that's pretty low if you think about it, right? So um, it's actually going to give us a lot of leeway here. So let's see let's see what a 3800X, right? I have to do all this because I got to get some kind of equivalent here versus a 5800X3D. Now it will never be that fast. I'm trying to get a comparable thing to Intel. Um, but it's got to be 8 cores. That's the problem. Um, hmm. Let's have a 10700. I don't know. Is that a 6? That should be an 8 core, right? 10700. Okay, so 10700 is 8% faster than a 3800X, okay? And I believe it's 8 cores. Um, does it tell you that? Yeah, 8 cores. Okay, so let's just pick that one, okay? And something. It's easy. So 10700. I don't even know if they sell them anymore, but let's. It'd probably be cheaper to get a bundle. But that's about the equivalent performance, so to an Intel. So at least we know that much. So that's still pretty bad, right? That's still pretty old. So that gives us a lot of leeway here because that means we have more money to buy a GPU, right? A whole lot more money to buy a GPU. So I don't think that the PS5 is going to be doing too well here. Look at this. Here's a combo right on the first page. Come on. Why isn't it going? Come on. Okay, so we got some Intel combos here. Um, wow, look at this. So a 12700K, look at this. 299. That is insane. Come on, I don't know why Micro Center's so slow. Stick with me, guys. Come on. Stick with me. Um, this is fun. Okay, so why is it not? Okay, so for 300 bucks right off the bat, we have a motherboard, processor, and 16 gigs of RAM. Okay? So if we go Ryzen 3800X versus 12700K, and they are good chips. They didn't have the problems like the 13th and 14th gen. Wow, 31% faster. Woo! That is crazy. All right, so are we still live? We still good? Yeah, I think we're still good. Okay, so that's insane, right? So right off the bat, our processor is 31% faster. That is crazy. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, so we're already at 299. So let's build some more. How can we add more stuff? How can we add more stuff? Here we go. Select a video card. I think 16 gigs of RAM is enough, right? Somebody tell me, come on. Why do you guys leave? So we need an M.2 drive. They have a 2 terabyte drive in there. Wow, they're cheap. Look at that. Now I don't know if it's a Gen 5 or 4. I don't care. Gen 4 is fast enough. Wow, these are pretty decent prices, man. All right, there's one here I saw for Western Digital Black. I don't know. I need a fast drive though. So this one you save an additional $5 when purchased with a CPU, motherboard, or system. That's a 990 Evo, but these TLCs I think are slower. So I think I'll go with this 2 terabyte Western Digital. So let's select this. Come on, hurry up. So now we're up to 424. Wow. So we're still like really good on our budget here. So now let's get a where's the video card? Select the video card. Now, they're touting ray tracing and upscaling, right? So you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going with the Intel. I mean, we could probably go with some used Nvidia, but I'm trying to do new, right? So this is going to be the tougher one, right? This is going to be the tougher one. So let's do cheapest, lowest price. Come on. Let's put 96 on the page. I mean, Intel pretty much has got their drivers. They still have some quirks, but for the most part, you know, because I don't really know. There, some people are saying that the Pro version is like a 7800 XT performance, and I just can't believe that. There's no way that it's 7800 XT performance, right? Because you're talking about a $500 video card right there in a console, and there's just no way that is even the case. A 7600, yeah, I could see that. But there's definitely no way there's a 70, even a 7700. It ain't that fast. If that was the case, then you would be able to do 4K at 60 frames per second. Easy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe that. So until I find out new news, which I'm always open to hear, right? No big deal. I don't care. I'm gonna go with this Arc A750, right? Because the Arc A750 versus let's go with the 7600. It's a lot slower, I think, than the 7600 XT. It's 17% slower, so I don't know. That's a little. Is there a 7600? Oh, yeah, the regular 7600. I'm thinking the wrong one. Okay, so yeah, so that's about comparable then. 10%. Good enough. Okay, so we're getting the 31% boost in the CPU, right? So that'll make up for some of the loss on the GPU. So the GPU won't be will be the bottleneck, right? So, but the CPU will take up, a lot of the uh, the compute stuff. Because remember, in the PlayStation. Hey Wabo, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. So for now, I'm gonna pick this. I mean, I could pick a 7600. I mean, let's see how much that costs. If there's one cheap enough, then maybe it'll fit in the budget. But I don't think it will. But let's see. Boy, look at these old cards. What the frick? Oh, they have a 6650 XT. Mm, it's 10% faster, so it's the same. Same as the 7600. but it doesn't have the ray tracing that the 7600 has. So, yeah, I'm almost done already building the PC that will whip a PS5 Pro for the same price. So what's the cheapest 7600 we can get? Wow, 250. Whoa. Oh. Whoa. There you go. Whoa. An A770 for 239. Yo. All right. There you go. All right. There it is. So they're about the same, the 7600. Let's see. Let me uh So they're the same. Okay, good. So there you go. So ARC A770 has the ray tracing advantage, and it has the no, I'm not trying to match hardware. I'm trying to build a system for the same price you're going to pay for a PS5 Pro. That's what I'm doing here. My system already is faster just from the processor, right? You came in a little late, I think. So, right? Here's my processor, 12700K. It's 31% faster than a 3800X, which is I think what's in the PS5 PS5. So the PS5 Pro is just, I mean, I think there's something less than a 3800X in the PS5. The PS5 Pro is a little bit faster, but not a lot. So the 3800X is probably a good, pretty good comparison. But no matter what, the 12700K here is whooping it. It's 31% faster, right? So that's what I'm trying to do here, just build a system. So I would still go with the ARC A770, although the 7600, I'll go with your suggestion, okay? Since it's only $10 more. But the ray tracing is not good. So the A770 has better ray tracing than the 7600. And that's what the PS5 Pro is touting. And they're also touting great upscaler. The XeSS is better than FSR. So that's why I was going with the ARC. But let's just say we can go with either. But because of the ray tracing and the XeSS, I'm going to stick with the Intel. There you go. So, excuse me. So I have a 12700K, 31% faster, motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM, ARC A770 or a 7600, right? If you want, for nearly the same price. Although this is refurbished. I thought it was new. Crap. Alright, let me change that. Because I didn't see that it was refurbished. So that was my bad. I should have put new. New and closeout. Alright. Excuse me. Why is it not giving them to me now? None of the ones I was looking at before were new? Stick with me, I'm almost done. Although that 750, the ARC 750 has good ray tracing too, right? And they're going for 189. So I mean, you could save a lot more money going there, but I want to build the best system I can for my 800 bucks. So I guess we're gonna go with the I guess we'll go with this one, the 7600. Whatever. But again, it doesn't have the XeSS. That's what I'm like, you know. I would rather go with the ARC 750, which is much cheaper, but I'll just stick with this. Okay, so here's what I have. I got the 12700K, 31% faster already. Motherboard 16 gigs of RAM, which should be enough. Um, RX 7600, which should be way better than what's in the PS5 Pro, right? And 2 terabyte drive for 124. It's not a Gen 5 drive, but it's a Gen 4, which is plenty fast enough to do anything. Although I prefer not to have a TLC drive. Um, so what's left? Just a case and a power supply. So we don't need anything expensive, right? So let's see if they got any low profile ones so we can make our little PC box. What um hmm mini tower? I don't know what we can fit. That's the problem. So $100. That's kind of expensive. Hmm. They should. I wish they had smaller ones. Why don't they have small ones? What the heck? All right, lowest price. Let's go with some reviews here. Where are the reviews? User reviews. Here we go. Let's go with 4 stars and up. Okay, so wow, they got some pretty cheap cases, right? So let's just go with this one. This one looks nice. Right? Inland. Or do you want a nice white case? But our 7600 is black. Let's go with this one. It's $50. Can you see okay? I'm trying to zoom it in there. So, ooh, we're just 724, so we might go slightly over budget. So all we got left is a power supply. So let's go with lowest price. Let's go with user ratings. Where are the user ratings? I should have got free shipping too. I didn't think about that. Um, where the heck are the user? Oh, here we go. User ratings. Let's go with 4 stars and up. Uh, for a 12700K. Hmm. I don't think it uses that much power, does it? Although the 7600 does kind of use up some power. Here's a thermal take 700. That should be enough. Oh, we must have got some discounts. So I'm done, right? So we got a 12700K motherboard, 16 gigs of RAM, which you could actually up that a little bit because you do have a budget to do so. But 7600 RX 7600, 2 terabyte SSD, a case, and a power supply. We're done. So we just built our system for under $800 because you still have to pay tax, right? It might still release at a price, but you still got to pay tax. So there you go. And I guarantee you that this system is going to be much more powerful than the PS5 Pro. Now, the ray tracing, I don't know how much they bumped up the ray tracing, right? Um, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think anybody's going to care about that, right? Because if you're getting if you can do 120 FPS at 1080p, right? I think somebody's going to care about that more than worrying about putting on ray tracing, right? If your budget, right? Because console gamers, I know I don't want to say they're all budget, but most people buy a console because it's cheap and easy to get into. I guess. So right here, so we already beat it out. My first attempt. I already beat the performance of a PS5 Pro because this 12700K is just gonna kill it. 31% faster, and it's got how many cores altogether? Is this a 6 core or 8 core? I thought it was an 8 core. Maybe I'm wrong. It's 8 P cores and 4 efficiency cores. So it still has 20 threads versus 16 on the console, right? And I probably could have went cheaper if I, you know, went with a lower bundle, but I was trying to at least get 8 cores, right? The same that the PS5 Pro. So I was trying to kind of match up in that respect. But no matter what, the PS5 Pro is not worth it, especially without a. I mean, even if you bought the disk drive, it's not worth it, in my opinion. I would rather be a PC gamer. I would rather buy this system right here. You know. Now, if we could change the processor, that might change the bundle. So let's see if we can change the bundle here. I don't think we can. Wow, look at this, a 12600 KF for 134 bucks. Whoa. That is crazy. What is it? Is it 3800X? I don't know, I forgot already. Wow, the KF is still 25% faster. Now I don't know if that's like including the um, you know, the multi-threading, but I would still think let's try the 12500 and see, because I think that's only. I think that only has P cores. Oh no, it's 6 cores. Yeah, 6 cores it is. And it says it's still 14% faster than a 3800X. Right? So I could actually um, get this KF. Where's that? Where is it? Is it the 1200 KF? Yeah, I mean I could still go with the 12 600 KF, right? So let's do that. And it's only 134 bucks. That is insane. Now let's see if that changes what it, if it we lose the discount. Yeah, we lost the discount. But they still gave us $90 off with the bundle. Motherboard 135 with the bundle. So it did give us 50 more dollars on our budget, right? So let's see if we can change this. Let's see if we can get a better GPU before we end up leaving here. So, all right, let me get uh, new. Okay, I put new here. Okay, good. So we have 50 more dollars to spend. So that means we can go all the way up to 300. come on, NVIDIA. Where the frick are you? Where's NVIDIA? Oh, I didn't put NVIDIA on here. Let me add NVIDIA since I got a better budget now. Maybe we can get a nice NVIDIA deal for under 300. That would work. But it's only got 8 gigs of VRAM, but it doesn't matter. Although the A770, is there any 16 gig versions for? Ooh, right there. There you go, 16 gigabyte version for 299. Ah. Oh, here's a 3060, 12 gig version for 279. That probably would still be equivalent ray tracing, in my opinion. Here's one for 259. Wow, I shouldn't have skipped NVIDIA, huh? Jeez. Hmm. Wow. Look at this. An RTX 3060. 12 gig for 259. Hmm. Alright, so let's see. RTX 3060 12 gigabyte versus RX 7600. uh, okay, so the 7600 is 10% faster in rasterization. Okay? But I doubt it's going to be faster in ray tracing. But let's just give AMD a benefit of the doubt. But you have this 4060 here for 289, and that's definitely going to do better in ray tracing than the 7600. But I'm going to go with this Arc A770 with the 16 gigs because that is definitely going to be the better deal out of all of them. And I still made my $800 budget. So here it is. 12600 KF. I know it's only a 6 core, but I mean I could have went to an older generation and got an 8 core Intel for the same price. So, you know, the cores are going to be faster. So, it's still a faster chip no matter how you slice it. So, 12600 KF, 20% faster than the PS5 Pro processor. 16 gigs of RAM, 16 gigabyte Arc A770 graphics card, which will definitely do better in ray tracing than the PS5 Pro. I think. I'm assuming. It ain't going to be worse. And XeSS is definitely going to be better, I believe, than anything PS5 is going to have. But maybe it's equal, and that's fine. 2 terabyte drive, a case, and a power supply. So there you go. I don't think that this system is bad at all. And again, if you're leery about the Intel Arc A770, then just go with an RTX 4060 and you'll save 20 bucks. Right? So either way, it's cheaper. So this is the maximum that you would pay. Because you can go with a 7600, a 4060, or an Arc A770. So no matter what, I made the budget. So you can go lower if or less money if you want, but it's still, this is going to kill the PS5 Pro. The PS5 Pro is no match for this. And we made it just under 800 bucks. So tell me if I missed something. Tell me if you think the 16 gigs of RAM is not enough, although I don't see why it shouldn't be. That should be enough because we have, in other words, we have 16 gigs of VRAM and we have 16 gigs of RAM. So that's 32 gigs of RAM to play around with. Yeah, there you go. So, my personal opinion, the PS5 Pro is not worth it. It should be at least $100 cheaper. That's my personal opinion. Tell me what you think. I'd love to hear your opinions. I know, I'm not that popular, but if you end up dropping by here, let me know what you think. All right? So there you go. I wish I could take like a screenshot of this. I can't though. I don't know how I can do this to take a screenshot, but let me see if I can make it bigger. There we go. I wish I could sort these out better. I could make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, I wish I could like move this up, up here, you know, to make it so they're next to each other. That would have been better. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Where is it? Come on now. Again, I wish I could. Anyway, let me say goodbye to you guys before. Um, anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Have a good night. Peace.